Beats.
Yeah, I'm on ready. Blessings on blessings, you call me blessings. These my blessings can all be touching. I know my level, my man, don't stress me. The papi bless me, so I'm here to party. I won't war, you're a zombie. I won't bot it, I pro, you're a zombie. Batting up, bring a yellow zombie. I got a party, people dancing, you're a zombie. Sanko, me, I want to do it like Paco. Waiter, bring the liquor. The poor man, someone spend the paper. Waiter, bring the liquor. The poor man, someone spend the paper. I said nobody, I won't party. I want you to go down low. I want you to find it slow. Mama, you rock the show. I'm ready to spend some more. And I'm gonna, you know, sit down, I'm gonna check it. See, I see no time for check. Man, I want you to dance like you ready, don't care. And do the dance for the zombie set. It's me and you, mama, no more stress. I want to dance, I feel myself. I won't war, you're a zombie. I won't bot it, I pro, you're a zombie. Batting up, bring a yellow zombie. Got a party, people dancing, you're a zombie.
We don't go t-shirt face, all the children want a photo. Yeah, that do or die when they shake come around. You know, Unamo bless me, they papa bless me. Yes, why bless me, you cannot stop me. Your money can never go low. You say they have, but no heavy low. Papa, your man on papa. Ragaza, no removing the star. I bless you, first go up the transformer. My blessing full of red bell.
Mama, see bless me. Mama, see bless me.
Chaos Beats.
Everybody die, but not everybody live. Everybody have just one life to live. Please do your doing, don't come my way. But I said miss my Hennessy with Hennessy, I want anything. Let go, but I must enjoy. I got to enjoy. I tell you, but I must enjoy. I got to enjoy. To look for money, said I'm smarting. I want the money, I want smarting. One life to live, please don't on me. I'm a blessing, God and looking like the fasting. Forget my matter and carry on. I want the people in millions. If you my friend, stay constant, you chameleon. The only go on, know how come on. I don't wanna know how the feeling said, I'm a feeding, be the feeding, yeah. Yet I wanna control what you got there. If that bucket there, I want hold you let it bucket, yeah. No money, no family, not a friend, not at all, you be nobody. No money, no family, not a friend, not at all, you be nobody. Everybody die, but not everybody live. Everybody have just one life to live. Please do your do and don't come my way. But I say miss my Hennessy with Hennessy, I wanna anything. Let go, but I must enjoy. I got to enjoy. I tell you, but I must enjoy. I got to enjoy. I say way down, bring it way down. One left to live, shake it way down. If you leave, well, then you in your grave now. But I human being, you can certify the other being. I just wanna do it my way. I beg you to it away. I wanna enjoy my way. But then I get, let's say, for the fuck, no more.
We will pay. Folks, good morning, pleasant good morning to all of you on this wonderful wet Monday morning on this edition of the Morning Ride. When we're back here as usual this wonderful day to walk the walk and talk the talk. I have to shift the paradigm of our democracy without fear, without favor, undiluted truth are about to be told as usual at your doorsteps on KOOL 91.9. Pleasant good morning to all of you. We say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, based on your locations, which part of the world you find yourselves. It's always a pleasure you turning into KOOL 91.9, watching up on our KOOL online platform on this wonderful day. Welcome. It's the 15th day of March and happens to be the first president's birthday of our country, who's called Liberia, Joseph Jenkins rather. So welcome, folks. Let's have a jolly good time. We're going to talk it up today. Yeah, you may be home watching, listening as well. It's a holiday in Liberia. For us, no holiday, because we have to be here to serve you your breakfast. And not just breakfast, but palatable breakfast. Welcome to KOOL 91.9, the nation's independent media broadcasting network. And I'm WEEKIE Brooklyn Brooks, and I'm here up until 10 o'clock this morning. Certainly will be joined by Jonathan the Vice Senior. Together we will be your chef and serve you your palatable breakfast on the breakfast table this morning. We're grateful. We're back here. Welcome, folks, and welcome to all of you. And as usual, good morning to all of our motorcyclists, our commercial drivers, our keke riders and passengers as well. We say good morning to you, all of you already at your business centers, and our students who are home currently listening to the radio on this wonderful Monday morning. Welcome, folks. Hope you are going out there. You are having your rain gear, because it's all wet out there and the raining cats and dogs. Hope you understand that you indeed, if you are to go to speak to your families, your relatives, your friends, all of these things, you have to be prepared on is the let us drive with care across our country, and let's put Liberia first this morning. We're grateful. We take a breather. And we'll come back to walk you through our talking point on this wonderful day.
SG Records. From the back part of Finland, this is
die, but not everybody live. Everybody have just one life to live. Please do your do and don't come my way. But I said miss my Hennessy with Hennessy, I wanna anything. Let go, but I must enjoy. I got to enjoy. I tell you, but I must enjoy. I got to enjoy. To look for money, said I'm smarting. I want the money, I want smarting. One life to live, it on me. I'm a blessing, God and looking like the fast.
Play grateful to be back on.
Forget my matter and carry on. I want the people in millions. If you my friend, stay constant, you chameleon. The only go on, no, I'll come on. I don't wanna know how the feeling said, how the feeling said. I'm a feeling, be the feeling, yeah. Yeah, I want control. Listen, I wanna anything. Let go, but I'm
We are all celebrating his birth, 1809. March 15, 1809. You know, he died on February 24, 1876. A man who laid the foundation for our country in terms of the presidency, in terms of governance. And today, after him, we have had a couple of presidents. The first African-American president of the Republic of Liberia, Joseph Jenkins Roberts, in which our international airport, the Roberts International Airport, was named after Robert Street, Robertsport. These are historical sites that today we should be raising millions of dollars in terms of tourism and other things. But these names are only existing, and this is a man who dedicated his life. He was the first president and the seventh president of Liberia. A man who was behind the establishment of the University of Liberia, first called Liberia College. And became even an instructor there, teaching jurisprudence. And so on this day, our kids, they hear that, oh yeah, Joseph Jenkins, when you ask them to name the president of Liberia, they would name him beginning with the first, oh, Joseph Jenkins Robert. The governance system of our country, he was a key component of it. In all of what he worked for, left behind a huge sum of money at the time, 10,000 United States dollars, for the education foundation of our country. Today, you got a J.J. Roberts Scholarship Foundation, which thousands of Liberians have benefited. Be it what political party you come from. You know, he was a Methodist man as well. And look at our education system today. Look at those who have benefited from the J.J. Roberts Scholarship. What's their contribution? This is the man who, sir, I'm going, left his estate, his money, in his will, for Liberians to be educated, for our country to be governed in a form and manner that will benefit the lives of our people. But today, look back and see where we have come from. A President Joseph Jenkins Robert should wake up this morning. How many of us ask ourselves, will he be satisfied to see the governance system of our country? Will he be satisfied to see the education system of our country? He did not just serve Liberia as the first president, but also the seventh. Saw things and needed to come back and reshape it. Today, we are divided on a little thing called politics. Families have been torn apart. Schools Our moral systems are broken apart because of politics. Our religious institutions today have been torn apart because everybody's seeing different visions. That this person will be this person, that person will be that person. What happens if President Joseph Jenkins Rao wakes up this morning and said, look, if this is Liberia that I envision, if this is the country that I laid the foundation of being the first president of, but we are celebrating today another holiday. Just a couple of days after declaration, we're back into another holiday today. Are we having a perfect sober reflection on his thought and dream for Liberia? You think he's smiling, or we just want to have a celebration today that today is Joseph Jenkins? We go all of us, we go on the beaches. Today there's going to be live family gathering meetings. What story? What are we telling schools? What education? Yeah, the schools will tell the people that that's the first president of Liberia. How did he come to Liberia? With his mother and other siblings. What are we telling them? Why he became president again after being the first president? And all of his role, his contribution. We hear about the Joseph Jenkins Rao Scholarship, the J.J. Rao Scholarship Foundation. How many people today benefit, and how are we looking at it? How are we telling? What story are we telling? All of the areas, Rabat Sports, Rabat Street, the Rabat International Airport. These are historical sites that millions of dollars when we decide to open our tourism sector. And somebody arriving at the Rabat International Airport, and you tell them this airport is named after our very first president, Joseph Jenkins Rabat. And you're taking somebody to Grand Cape Man County to Rabat Sport. And you're looking at such a beautiful city, a city of natural beauty, and looking at Lake Piso. And you're moving to other places. And you see these things and see how these things are all working. But are we just because of the name? Are we benefiting? Folks, this is Mama Liberia. And we all looking at these things. We all here talking about, oh yeah, he was Liberia's first president. And today, we all want to have a country. It's the oldest country in Africa. Mama Liberia. Holidays after holidays. But what are we teaching or telling our kids? We'd like to say good morning to all of you on this wonderful, wonderful day. But our tourism sector is completely dead. There are others who are making frantic effort to see how we can have some of these sectors reawaken and get a lot of young folks and others to jobs, raise millions of dollars in government revenue, and our historical site will be. Let me welcome my colleague this morning. Good morning, now.
Good morning, WEEKIE, and good morning to all Liberians. It's great to be on the program this morning again. And as a matter of fact, today is a holiday, the 15th of March. WEEKIE, this holiday is a kind of holiday that I've been long celebrated.
Very long.
Yes, come again. You know, Liberians, Mr. Thank you so much, WEEKIE. I've been following the conversation.
The foundation of our country starts with this man.
Yeah. And we'd love to say thanks to all of you following us onto our online page, those listening by radio this morning. We say thank you so much for always following us. We are happy, and while you are there, we are here too today. WEEKIE, like you said, a holiday of a man who was the beginning of presidency, who became the first president of Liberia.
Are we just celebrating, or are we looking back on a total reflection? The odious cemetery, just the other day, the Palm Grove Cemetery is covered with dirt. Grass are taken over, and that is where we have our president's grave. President Joseph Jenkins Rabo. These are historical sites. Robert Street, the Roberts International Airport. These are places that we should be making millions of dollars from for our first president. He was the first president, later he became the seventh president as well. Left behind his role to educate Liberia. And so look, Liberia, I want your citizens to be educated. So I'm leaving behind my estate. I'm leaving behind 10,000 United States dollars to make sure that these people, Liberians, are fully educated, and a nation called Liberia will be a educated nation.
And since then, Liberia has still been wallowing in the issue of illiteracy. You know, Liberians.
Even that establishing the university today that we all boast about, the Liberian College at the time.
You know, Liberia. More often than you talk about reflecting back in the days, reason why we are celebrating these days, they have not always been realized. We are only enjoying because it's a holiday. You will stay at home, you will cook your best of meal, you have the time to travel where you want to go. That's always been the issue of celebrating holidays, especially when it comes to past leaders. But reflecting on their thoughts, what they stood for as president of the nation, what they stood for as legionary, what they stood for as people, great people who have walked the earth, especially Liberia, has been a difficult thing. You talk about tourism, all this side today, Liberians are no longer watching or seeing them the way they should be. It is a serious thing. And today it has come again as another holiday.
So how many parents in this country, how many schools, would take kids, students on site seeing and walking them on Robert Street and telling them the history of Robert Street, why this street was named after, why the name, how many schools are putting kids into buses, students, and taking them to the Robert Sport and giving them the history. When the Americans are turning out in the millions to celebrate George Washington's birthday, they know exactly that he liberated a nation, and they know exactly he set a nation that today they are all so certified that America is still a great nation. After being the first president of America, they celebrate the birth anniversary of the first president in grand style and know that America is still great. But is it just for the celebration, just for a name, just for a day? What are we celebrating? So if he should wake up this morning and look at Liberia, will he be satisfied?
It's all about the chicken we'll be eating or the sober reflection of these great people that have walked the earth. It's a serious thing. And today, like I said earlier on, it's another day, another holiday where citizens of Liberia will just sit down home, enjoy themselves.
Yeah, family gathering will be. Some you today, others will use the day. They have not seen some of the friends for a long while. They will have to go.
Others will go on the beach, and the next day we'll wake up again. We hear another story of people leaving the ocean. Like you said, somewhat reflection about these people.
There are others with the rabbit's name, with no history or how they carried our name. As far as the concern, they are rabbits. Look at rabbit sport in Grand Cape Mount County. You travel Liberia over, you'll be surprised. That is just one of the beautiful cities you will ever find in this country. A city of natural beauty. You're looking at Lake Piso and other places and see, and you wonder. You say, yes, we can generate. But we got tourists coming to our country. And all we think that these people are going to the beaches there to enjoy themselves, but they are taking photos.
Those are the kind of that we should go.
And they are making millions of dollars out of it. They are writing books.
And those are kind of sites they really wish to go to. And they can really come and say, I want to go to this place. The first president of Liberia, let me go to these areas and see those sites. But tourism, as a matter of fact, has been one of the areas that is suffering a serious backlash. Since its establishment, the tourism sector of the Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism is actually suffering. As well as 5 year aware that there's a bill before the 54th National Legislature, and up to present, though there have been efforts being made.
Yeah, calling for the separation of the part of the tourism sector to be removed. Probably could be a bureau, a bureau that could just focus on tourism. Other than just thinking, you get there to put up the information. Getting down from the Roberts International Airport, you should be having brochure, meet and some of the magazines showcasing some of the historical sites, our cultural heritage. Looking at these places and saying, no, but I need to take my kids. So those Liberians who went to America and other places who have had the children and returning with them on such a day can know that this and arriving at the airport and you're explaining to the children, say, look, this is the airport is named after the first president of Liberia. And the kid is so excited and says, wow. And you start looking, carry them to the Providence Island, carry them to, but it's just about the holiday. It's not about the significance of the holiday in our country any longer. It's just about the day itself.
Yeah. We will stay home.
No school.
No work. We'll stay home. We enjoy ourselves. Another holiday coming. But the significance of the holidays have actually not been realized when it comes to all of the holidays in Liberia, especially this one that has come again as another day. And because it's actually a serious thing, and it's now time our leaders really look at the essence of these days. And many Liberians have been calling on for this issue of placing holiday on just one day instead of us celebrating these holidays separately, because it have had a lot of...
Yeah, people call for something they call the President's Day, where all of the presidents will be celebrated and put order. But, historically, all around the world, the first president's birthday is always is a milestone. In most of the countries in the world, people will always... in China, people will talk about Mao Zedong, the America, you just name a couple areas. Like in America, you got the Martin Luther King Day, you got Abraham Lincoln. These are figures who made significant contribution to their nations around the world. Nelson Mandela, Philip Houphouët-Boigny of Ivory Coast, and these are all independent father of a nation. Robert Gabriel Mugabe, but after that, people are calling, for us to have a celebration for all of our presidents. But this is where we find ourselves today.
And this is where we find ourselves. And this morning, when you walk on the street, you see that kindness, that quietness. It just shows that the way normally people are on the roads on Monday, they are staying home, they are relaxing, and in the quest of celebrating another holiday today again. And here we are, all the aides coming again to celebrate this great son of Liberia, this great president, is another milestone, and it's another day that needs a sober reflection on us Liberian people. And I hope Liberians will have the thinking. Even the schools, you talk about the institutions, they should be having such a day where you take students out, take students to the various areas where they can have, where they can be taught, they can be able to see these things, those historical sites, and they can see the area to say, and have a reflection and say, yes, these were people that walk Liberia. They are marked. What are left behind today? Actually, we can be a good thing, but it always been a day of jolly, a day of more cooking, and more beer and celebration, other than the essence of this day.
Yeah, since 1809, he birthed, and you looking at that, you're talking about, hundreds of years. But today, since his demise, what are we going on to rename? Oh yeah, we see his photo on some of our banknotes. Have we gone back to rename some of our places? Every time looking at his celebration, what are we dedicating in his name? With all what he did, why he left behind. Today, what is the monument of Joseph Jingin Robert that today we are dedicating? But we have chosen to dedicate monument for people who we get here as our political masters. Just a few days they've been around. We are calling for people to be named as benevolent dictator, but we have forgotten the University of Liberia today that he went on to teach. What college is named after him? A man who was even teaching law, but we got the school named after the Louis Allegren School of Law. The Ibrahim Bamangila International School, Kofi Annan, these are all great figures. Apart from the J.J. Robert United Methodist School. Where can we turn and say, yes, move around in our country, go to various counties, and look around to see whether you find a monument for the first president of the Republic of Liberia, where that should be a national symbol across the country. The Ministry of Information, Culture, and Tourism. Are we thinking on these things? We are building roads and naming it after people. We are building churches, markets. What is the J.J. Robert market? Have we sat and thought that we need to have a market in Grand Cape County in Robertsport, named after him? Have we gone to Central Town and said we need to, or we are more concerned about the market after that person, the market after that person, or we having a transformer named after people and having projects and leaving? How many things can we point to today in this country and say, yeah, but today, in the name of his birthday, in the first president of the Republic of Liberia, they will get drunk. We will hear reports of people getting missing, accidents. What occasion today to mark the official celebration of Liberia's first president? It's just a proclamation. In the national gazette, yeah, the president declared this day as a national holiday. We are building town halls. Not such a terrible time for our country.
Such a terrible time for our country, and we are hoping that we can recollect and come back to the essence
We
of
can
this celebration.
recalibrate.
And we, as well as you've been following this issue of, this is one of the talk of the town issue of Bernard Samukai. The folks today, they are able, concluding the second phase of their dollar rally. They are able now to raise a certain amount of money.
Yeah, which of course they have committed themselves, but they also threaten on specified action in terms of the protest if they are candidate senator elect. Bernie Sanders is not certificated. And they said they will be at the doors of the National Elections Commission, knocking on his door to tell her that, look, we need you to certificate our senator elect because this man has already won.
And this has been a heated issue back and forth. You're aware from the National Elections Commission, the Supreme Court, back to national elections, and citizens, citizens supporting Bernard Samukai. They have said the Lofians have actually made their choice, going to the polls and elected who they wanted. So whether or not they had this case with them, whether or not they had the issue, but we can interestingly they have raised about $1.4 million dollars, and with this mandate of this ended reaffirmed judgment from the Supreme Court supporting the lower court decision.
Let's listen to Abbott. I mean, they're giving us, I mean, they have been able to raise up substantial amount. They will be deposited, but they also have given clear warning to.
Today, we have come to climax the second phase of the rally, and then